So yeah, good evening. I was running around. Here's my phone. It's charged. Yeah, so we can talk. So yeah, basically, there are basically two issues that I want us to discuss this evening. One is the issue that is happening at Parliament. Basically, we are talking about MPs. Parliament has continued to be tense. The situation today was not any better. Basically, what happened was that the speaker has changed the sitting arrangement, whereby the so-called new leader of opposition and Mao Sampa are supposed to sit in front, whilst Brian Munduwile and Kampyongo have been thrown at the back. And this sitting arrangement was supposed to happen today. So immediately the Parliament started, the speaker, made this announcement to say members of Parliament should go and sit, according to the arrangement that they have made. Of course, Brian Munduwile didn't move. Brian Munduwile and Kampyongo, they remained in front. They stayed in front. But what was interesting was that the Mao Sampa, leader of opposition, was not in the house. And he was, however, he has indicated that he was going to speak. And he actually spoke through Zoom. He spoke through Zoom. Now, already there, it shows that, there is cooperation. Mao Sampa and the current government, there is cooperation like we have seen in many ways. It is not something that we can pretend that we don't know. No, we can't pretend that it is not there. Even if we want to be praise singers, no, come on, unless we want to fool ourselves. It is very clear that Mao Sampa is being supported by the government. And these things have been seen, the way the police are protecting him and the way they are being biased against the Edgar Lungu's PF. Because now what we have the Mao Sampa PF and we have the Edgar Lungu PF. And it is very clear that the government is siding with the Mao Sampa PF. And this is seen in the way the police are conducting themselves, in the way that the speaker is conducting herself. I mean, one can want to pretend, you can try to bring in this and that, but come on, we can see through this that there is an agenda, and that agenda is to make sure that Mao Sampa succeeds in whatever they want to do. This is very clear. We can't pretend about it. And of course, one of these issues is whereby, this new leader of opposition coming from Mao Sampa was allowed to debate through Zoom. I think due to the issue of, other MPs being hostile. Mao Sampa was brave. He was there and he did debate on the floor of the House. He asked a question to the Vice President. And he said, well, I'm back in front, where I was 2 years ago. But they shoved me back, and now I'm back here. Indeed, just like even a criminal, after he breaks into your house, you are crying to say, oh, my Katundu has been stolen. But the criminal will come out eating your food or carrying your property and thanking God for that day, that today I've managed to steal. Today I've managed to steal, I'm going to eat. That is the case of Mao Sampa. You know, Mao Sampa today was bubbling with confidence in France to say, Lesa wawonse. In spite of how he has robbed PF, it doesn't matter. He's thanking God, just like a criminal who has stolen from a house will go out and, you know, thank God for it. Now, so that was then the other one was the issue of Nixon Chilangwa. But Nixon Chilangwa, to say no, he was absent from parliament, but of course, it was handled well in the sense that, but Nixon Chilangwa was actually in prison. He was in prison. So, I mean, they couldn't really blame him as much as he apologized and everything and whatever. But anyway, it was just procedural. It was just procedure that he had to apologize. But really, I mean, we know the story. So that one, there is no issue. The issue now came in with the MPs. The MPs could not stay in parliament because it's like they were being mocked. You know, they were being mocked and they stood up and left parliament. And they went to protest. I have seen on social media that they went to the European Union, they went to the American embassy to protest over what is happening in parliament. Then this evening, I've seen now a proposed motion of impeachment. They want to impeach the speaker. They want to impeach the speaker. 57 members of parliament have signed on a motion to impeach the speaker. Now, I want to talk about two issues. I want to talk about this issue of, you know, the MPs, you know, the MPs, and then the impeachment. So I want to talk about this conflict between the speaker and the MPs. And then I will talk about the impeachment process to impeach the speaker. But before I go there, I want to say that all this confusion that is happening, it is because, like I have said before, it is because of Edgar Lungu. Edgar Lungu is the one that has created a hero in Mao Sampa. Edgar Lungu is the one that has created a hero in Mao Sampa. If Edgar Lungu was not selfish to hold on to power, if Edgar Lungu was not selfish to resist the conference, the general conference, this would not have happened. But because Lungu was holding on to power, he held on to power pretending he has resigned, and yet he wanted the presidency, which is why he couldn't allow the convention. And when he held on to power, he couldn't function as a president. If Lungu was functioning as a president, Mao Sampa wouldn't have acted in the manner that he did. He wouldn't have acted in the manner that he did. But Lungu, it's not 58. You check at office 1. It's not 58. It's actually 57. I counted the names there. Anyway, so if Lungu was sincere, the problem that has been there, which is why I fell out with Lungu, is that Lungu was not sincere. This is the problem. And the insincerity, the selfishness of Lungu to hold on to power is what has brought us where we are. It is what has brought us to where we are. He was pretending that no, I have resigned, and yet he held on to PF presidency. If he didn't hold on to PF presidency, he would have selected a secretary general to run the party as president. But he didn't do that. And at the same time, if he had really resigned, he would have taken PF to a convention and a new leader would have been chosen. But because of his selfishness, because of his desire to come back, he held on to this party and we are where we are. Going forward, there is no future for Lungu politically. Going forward, there is no future for Lungu politically. Because I want to tell you that even with what is happening, just that some members of parliament, they are not as courageous as Mao Sampa. Mao Sampa, in his craziness, there is something that you cannot take away from him. The cowardice that I was talking about to Lungu is what has brought us here. Mao Sampa took advantage of that. Mao Sampa had the courage. He had the courage to take the bull by its horns. He had the courage to take on Lungu. Other MPs were not happy as well. Other MPs, they were not happy as well. If you go back on this very platform, you will find a video where I was saying, even members of parliament are not for the idea of Alebwele Lapo. A number of MPs wanted a general conference. A number of MPs were happy with Mundubile taking over. This is a fact. This is the fact. And including other PF members, they were happy that Mundubile takes over. But they didn't have the courage that Mao Sampa has. They didn't have the courage that Mao Sampa had. They didn't have the courage to even tell Lungu to say, Lungu, come on, we want a general conference. They didn't have the courage. Even when I was talking here, a number of MPs, some of them I was talking to them, they were happy that, I was talking about, Lungu, coming out or hold a general conference. They were tired. They were tired of, the uncertainty. They were tired. Because they were like, what is happening? Are we going to have a conference? They were frustrated. But they didn't have the courage to speak. They didn't have the courage to speak. And I gave you an example here. I gave you an example to say, when they wanted to change, because PF said, no, Avena given Lubinda and others, they said, no, we first need to change the constitution. But then they said, no, we don't have the money. And they constituted a committee to look into the finances, what was required. And this committee came up with the budget for the constitutional conference to change the constitution, and the budget for a general conference. And they said, we must start with a constitutional conference. And the MPs, they said, these guys, they said, no, we don't have the money. What did MPs do? MPs contributed money to change the constitution because they wanted to do away with the constitution so that they can go to a general conference. And I told you here that members of parliament, all of them, including those who were deranged, they contributed, including one who has been chosen today as chief whip. Anthony Mumba has been chosen as chief whip. That is a new chief whip, according to Mao Sampa. Kampiongo has been removed. Anthony Mumba is the one that has been chosen as chief whip. And I didn't see him in parliament. I don't know if he was there, but I didn't see him. Anyway, the point is that members of parliament, to show that they wanted a conference, they actually contributed money. They contributed money to have a constitutional conference so that we can now go to the general conference. But money was contributed through Chavin, through Ntuan Kane, that other one, I don't know, I've forgotten his name. But anyway, they never went. That constitutional conference never happened. It never happened. But whether you don't like Chulufatayali, whether you don't want me, you don't want to hear what I'm saying, the fact is that that was evidence enough that members of parliament wanted a general conference. Because if they didn't want a general conference, they wouldn't have contributed money. They contributed that money because they wanted that general conference. And if they wanted that general conference, they were just scared to speak. If they were to speak, Objectively, if they were courageous, they would have said it to say, Lungu, we don't want you to come back. We want to go for a general conference and choose another leader. They would have said it. They would have said it. Unfortunately, they were not courageous. It is that courage that they lacked, which Mao Sampa had, whereby Mao Sampa brutally came and took over PF. The way that he has done it, I don't agree. I don't agree. It is unconstitutional, that's for sure. It is unconstitutional. But he had the courage to rattle, to shake the waters in PF. And I'm sure even other members of parliament, if they were as courageous as Mao's, they would have done it. And it is for this reason that I'm actually saying that Mao Sampa has done it quite messy. Messy in the sense that it doesn't look good. It's really messy. But if Mao's was actually clinical, was more strategic and everything, he would have done this much, much better. Why? Because it was not only him who was frustrated. There were other MPs. And Mao Sampa would have done well to engage even those who were frustrated, even those who wanted to contest as for presidency. He would have done well. He would have done this much, much better than the way he did it. Nonetheless, it has happened. And it has happened because of one person, by Edgar Chagwa Lungu. And I used to say it here. Ba Lungu mleo na ule chipani. Ba Lungu, PF is rotting in your hands. PF is getting extinct. I used to say it here. And you called me names. And look, what has happened? Ba Lungu has come back and you know, somebody was saying, no, Ba Lungu hasn't said that he wants to come to be president. Come on. How long are you going to be fooled? How long are you going to be fooled? For what? I mean, you can't see for sure that really this man is interested in this. You can't see. How long are you going to be fooled? You can be fooled. Me, I'm not going to be fooled. Me, I know that Ba Lungu, barefwa alebulirapo agenda. And unfortunately, that alebulirapo agenda, he lacked basically two things. Two things that he lacked. He lacked the courage, and he lacked the generosity, the resourcefulness that it required. That Alebulirapo agenda would have taken off. It would have taken off if only Ba Lungu was courageous. If only Ba Lungu was generous to fund the Alebulirapo agenda. Political agendas don't just happen. Political agendas run with money. This Mao Sampa you are seeing, to run all these things that he has done, there is money involved. There is money involved. Those people that he hired to come and vote, they had to be paid. Those buses, they had to be paid. Mulungushi conference had to be paid. There is a lot of money that was involved. Ba Lungu did not want to bring out money on the Alebulirapo agenda. Even as we are talking, now you are trying to salvage PF. Ba Lungu is not releasing money. You will not go anywhere without money. You will not go anywhere. You need money. You can accuse me, I'm realistic. I'm realistic, I'm telling you things as they are. So, whatever you are doing by PF, you need to realize that you must sober up. You must sober up. You are too emotional. You are too emotional. And this is why we are having a mess at Parliament. What you are doing there will not help. Being emotional will not help. Being emotional will not help, I can assure you. It will not help. You are not in power. I told you before that the problem that you have at PF, you act as if you are in power. But you are no longer in power. You can't command anyone. And unfortunately, I have said it here again to say politics precedes the law. Politics precedes the law. I've said it here before. And yourselves, you were in power. You acted the same way. It was politics first, then the law behind. You did that. You did that. I don't know why you are thinking that UPND will do better. I don't know why you are thinking like that. When it is very clear that President Hakainde Hichilema and his government, they want to do almost the same thing that you did. It is very clear. It is very clear. So why are you expecting so much? Why are you expecting so much? No, the democratic space is shrinking. I mean, what has UPND done which you didn't do? What has UPND done which you didn't do? Not that I'm accepting what UPND is doing. No, I'm not accepting it. A wrong is a wrong. Two wrongs don't make a right. But it is naive for those of you who were there, who did all these things, who did the bad things, to try and expect something better from UPND. You are wasting your time. You are wasting your time. So me, I'm not accepting with what UPND is doing, but I want to. I am also refusing for PF to act, so much of victims, as if themselves they don't know what is happening. To be surprised about the same things that they did. What are you being surprised about, PF? What are you being surprised about? Didn't you do the same thing that is happening? Didn't you do the same thing that is happening? Didn't you hound out Kambwiri out of parliament? Didn't you hound him out? You hounded him out. Didn't you close down the Post newspaper? Arbitrarily, you closed down Post newspaper arbitrarily, without any recourse to the law. Fred Membe was running from the Revenue Authority with an appeal to be heard, but you closed the Post. You closed the Post. Whilst the case was going on at the tribunal, even you closed the Post. Whilst the case was going on in court, even you auctioned the Post. You sold the Post. You sold it. You sold everything. Whilst the case was still going on in court. So how can you be surprised that UPND is doing the same, is liquidating PF in the same way that you liquidated the Post? How can you be surprised? You did a lot of things that were wrong. You got in Mutembo Nchito, put him Marcel's. Mwamu become Marcel's in Mutembo Nchito. What did Mutembo Nchito do? He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. But you did it for PF. You locked him up. You locked him up. DPP. Mwamulonga Marcel's. How can you today claim that no, there is not democracy? Democracy is shrinking. It is true. It is true, democracy. At the moment, things are not right. That is for sure. But let you not be the one to cry the loudest. Don't try to claim to be victims when you are villains as well. This is the truth. This is the truth. This is the truth. For me, I'm crying for my country. When I'm speaking here, I am not speaking for UPND. I am not speaking for PF. I am crying for my country. Because certainly, we can't continue like this. We need to move forward in terms of democracy. We need to do better. We can't continue like this. And that is my cry. When I see Vanelli Muti conducting, parliament in a manner that is not befitting, our democratic standards. I mean, I don't cry for PF. I don't cry for PF. I don't cry for UPND. I cry for my country. For me tonight, I am standing for my country. If there is anything that I want to be done, I want that to be done for my country, not for PF. Not for Edgar Lungu, especially Edgar Lungu. Because Edgar Lungu is very selfish man. He got that power on a silver platter. But look what he has done to PF. Because of his selfishness, he has messed it up. And MPs, you are trying to show courage in parliament. You are trying to show courage against Neri Muti. You should have had that courage to face your Edgar Lungu. You should have had that courage. You knew that what Edgar Lungu is doing is wrong. You knew. But you didn't have the courage. But you want to stand courageously against Neri Muti. You are doing it wrongly, I can assure you. You are doing it wrongly. You are doing it wrongly. You can fight Neri Muti as much as you want. You can fight Neri Muti as much as you want. But you will not get restored as a strong party. You will not. Fighting Neri Muti will not restore you. Fighting Neri Muti will not restore PF. You are fighting a wrong person. You are fighting a wrong person. The person that you need to focus on by PF. Mungu mfuikisha wino sana. Mungu mfuikisha wino sana. The person that you need to focus your energy on is Mao Sampa. That is the man that you need to focus on. How are you going to undo what Mao Sampa has done? That is what you need. Not Neri Muti. Not Neri Muti. Forget it. Not Neri Muti. Now you have filed, impeachment. I mean, you know it will not succeed. But you will waste time debating, bombarding Neri Muti, bombarding Neri Muti, bombarding Neri Muti. You can say whatever you want about Neri Muti. Neri Muti is not the one that has robbed you of PF. Neri Muti is not the one that has robbed you of PF. You are following the wrong person. Follow the guy that has taken PF. Your concentration should be on Mao Sampa, not Neri Muti. I'm telling you, not that I'm supporting what Neri Muti is doing. I'm not supporting it. I want that house to be, to be democratic. I want debates to be nice. That's what I want. And I don't agree with her. She's also very emotional. I don't agree. But really, waging a war against Neri Muti is wrong. Waging a war against Neri Muti. That impeachment, you are throwing an impeachment. Yes, it is your privilege. You will throw it to the clerk. The clerk will bring it to the speaker. At the end of the day, you will bring it before the floor of the house. You will stand up to debate 14 minutes, 15 minutes. You will debate, dress down Neri Muti. You will say all sorts of things about Neri Muti. At the end of the day, you will have to vote. You don't have the threshold. You don't have the threshold. It will collapse. And when it collapses, after wasting all that time, Mao Sampa will still be holding on as president of PF. And in certain cases, he might even influence, because as leader of opposition, he may not have, the numbers or the MPs behind him. But he has powers to influence the processes. Because is in agreement. You are strengthening the relationship. What you are doing, fighting with Neri Muti, you are strengthening the relationship between Mao Sampa and Neri Muti. That's what you are doing. You are strengthening that relationship. You are putting cement. You are putting wires to make it strong. And don't forget, Neri Muti as a speaker is very close to the president. Very close. Very, very close. Very, very close. To who? The judiciary. Very close. We can pretend all we want here to say, no, the judiciary, whatever, whatever. Those are human beings. I've told you before. Those are human beings who can be pressured, who can be broken. Those are human beings. Those are human beings. So this fight that you are putting, you are targeting Nelly Muti, it is going to escalate into the executive, into the presidency. It's going to escalate into the judiciary. And you will keep on fighting, 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 fighting until you are tired. Until you are exhausted. Until you are nothing. Until you are nothing. And they will fight you. They will not only fight you in parliament. They will fight you in other ways as well. In other ways as well. They will fight you. You need to be smart. You need to be smart. Don't use emotions. Be smart. How can you outwit Mao Samba? How can you? Mao Samba nami chaye mingalato. How can you play back in mingalato on Mao Samba? If you sit and think, you will definitely find a way. If you sit and think, you will definitely find a way. A political party is not like a company. A political party is a society. It can belong to anyone. So Mao Sampa has gotten it. It's not that he has bought the shares. No. He's a member and you have got many members. How can you galvanize yourself using members, using the PF constitution and come up with something? How can you do that? Instead of looking at impeaching Nelly Muti, maybe you should be considering impeaching Mao Sampa. He's already there, he's president. Maybe start considering impeaching him. Why don't you look at that? You have got members. Why don't you look at impeaching Mao Sampa? Mao Sampa hired people to make him president. Why can't you also hire people to remove him as president? Okay, fine, you are the president. But here is our constitution. Our constitution says this. You use the constitution. You use the members. You have the members. You have the members. Mao Sampa hired a few people. Even when you have got more members. Why can't you be thinking in those lines? Why can't you be thinking in those lines? Than you going European Union, going to American embassy. Why are we so subservient? Why are we so colonized in our heads? Why do we always look at America and the Wazungus to be superior, to be the ones to come and, sort out our problems? Why are we like this in Africa? Why are we like this? Why are we like this? Why do we always run to these people to sort out our problems? Then tomorrow when they come and they are telling us what to do, you say, no, they are imperialists. No, we are a sovereign state. You are a sovereign state. When you have problems, you rush to them. But tomorrow when they say something against you, or when they ask something of you, you start saying, no, we are a sovereign state. We are an independent country. We are not colonized. What hypocrisy is this? PF, isn't it just the other day when you were complaining against this in Twankan? Yeah? That ambassador, that British ambassador, you were complaining against him because he said this government is doing well, is respecting human, whatever. You got upset. You got upset. But today you were going to them. I mean, why are we like this? What is America going to do? What will America do to Haka in the Ichilema? What will America do to Nelly Muti? What do you think? You think America is going to order to say, you are Nelly Muti? Can you restore everything in parliament? You think they will do that? And sometimes today we should take time. I'm telling you, invest in thinking. The biggest problem that we have in this country at many levels is that we are lazy to think. We are lazy to engage our minds. We like to work with emotions. Na aya na makamera valetera aya pana nikane papa mafoni. Pano no fie. Vika kafoni hapa. Mwaini na mwambo kulanda. Fishi mulelanda. How is it going to help you? How is it going to help you? Sometimes sit back. Mao Sampazi hit you this one. Sit back. Strategize. Plan. Look for resources. When you execute, Ndala, it works out. Not it will not help. Go ahead, present that impeachment, whatever. Go ahead. You talk and talk and talk and talk. At the end of the day, Nelly Mutu will still be there. She will still be your speaker. She will still be your speaker. And she will even become more powerful. Because after surviving that impeachment, she will even be more powerful. She will be laughing at you. She will be laughing at you. Because she will treat you whichever way she wants. Are you going to run again to bring a motion of impeachment? So some of these things, you should be clinical, Mdala. Very effective. If we do this, this is going to work. Not what you are doing, going around here, what. No. No. Withdraw. All of you withdraw. Now Edgar, Lungu, withdraw. Lock yourself up. Lock yourself up, I'm telling you. Lock yourself up. Look at your constitution. Look at what you can do. Do we have the money? Who is going? What? Lock yourself up. Stop all this nonsense. Stop it. You are wasting your time. Stop it. Stop whatever you are doing. Because all these things you are doing, they are not helping you. They are not helping you. Go back, withdraw. Sit in a meeting. Look at real solutions. Real solutions. Not if mule utauka. It is clearly showing that Mao Sampa has beaten you big time. That's what it's showing. It is showing that Mao Sampa has beaten you and you have no clue of how to get out. If you want, come and hire me. Come and hire me. But you need to pay me. Not if you want, come and hire me. Engage me. I can help you to think. I can help you to think. I can help you to think. I can help you to come up with a plan. But resources must be in it. Not if you are elo bambiba kosobaleba Edgar Lungu alekutashani Edgar Lungu alekutashani apandala ndira pofi nalela ale nsala Allah. So plan bane, not if you mule start shan. Your impeachment mule and the taikwete na mano taikwete mona sense. Fia chave mule ile terera. Fia chave tapano ko mukaya muka sabaire iwe neri muti chavana shani fika pwile na popeni. Muka buekera after nga mapuisha neri muti akesa miebati iwe kampiongo kekale kunuma iwe mundu bile kekale kunuma iwe ntwani kane Mao Sampa isa kuntanshi. Fish mukachita. Impeachment yena itobeka. Fish mukachita. Fish mukachita. What are you going to do? Are you going to have the American troops to come and remove Nerimuti? No. Kuma court mule butukira kirikiti. Of course. The courts at the end of the day, they will pass judgment. I know. At the end of the day, they will pass judgment. But when, that is serious. When will that happen? By now, I was hoping that my good friend, Uyuntwani Kano, by now he would have come out. Uyubaka ko uyubalebe peshe gas. Ishamulumbuleshina, but na mumuishiba. My rokutumu aisa mbepesha tiyo contempt. I was hoping that by now, he would be out. But look, I'm a man siyale sensera. Before we know it, the guy would have served a sentence. Nakasanda wandi Shadrika sende uyo, ama man siyale sensera. Vaingire kwa tibufi. But ama man sayo, yale. Now we are talking about serious criminal matters. Who is going to give your civil matters or political wrangles a preference that they should move fast? If criminal matters are taking this long, what about your civil matters? Priority is given to criminal matters, not civil matters. So your matters, bakula chita dijani, baisa, kirikiti, ale loba koti chirifi, ale lo shanshani, mpaka, na 2026 ikafika. Mao Sampa will still be PF president. He will still be PF president. And he will just come and declare to say, I'm not interested in standing. I'm going to work with UPND. You will be nowhere. You will fail to have candidates. Na imwewe mama MPs, whatever. Mao Sampa will say, I'm not adopting you. Already Mao Sampama numbers yambo kufura. Uyo Anthony Mumba. He has joined him. Ama numbers na yambo kufura ka? Have you seen ama numbers yambo kufura kuma MPs? Before you know it, we will have more MPs na Mao Sampa. So be very careful. Be very careful. Think properly. What is it that you can do to redeem yourself? What is it that you can do to redeem yourself? As it is, fighting Neri Muti is useless. I'm not defending Neri Muti. Ndemi ya fishinga. Neri Muti na mukachiteshani. Mao Sampa will remain president. Na Neri Muti will remain speaker. But then, what would you have achieved? Don't fear to appear to be humble. Don't fear to appear to be foolish. That is what some of us, are able to do. When we see that some of us, we are able to humble ourselves. And recognize to say, nothing we pay fin to up. Because kinkiri, and I've been saying this even to some of the opposition political leaders. Mweba kwatama cases uma court. Aba political cases. I can assure you, sometimes it's useless to continue. Whoa. Take a nyafi. Bakakuka kapofi. So sometimes, some of these things, sometimes it's just okay. You just humble yourself. You can laugh at me, whatever, but I'm telling you, you can laugh at me, you can say whatever, hey, Mushalina Wari, hey, you have joined UPND. I haven't joined UPND. I'm here. I haven't joined UPND. But I've just seen that these are not times to continue fighting Navayui. Kirikiti. Bamba nokula toloka mageti. Watolo abantu baisa wakonkera munganda. Balevo kukuipaya. Bawela wakuikatira pono kuikatira po. Wakulonga na kukulonga. You're tayari kosafie. You are a coward. There is a lady here. There is a lady who was telling me, tayari you are a coward. Mayo iwe. Ulewa inati I'm a coward. Abantu watoloka. Ine natina. balanji palero bakapokola bali kwisa mbutukire ko bali kuli bakapokola banji katabandonga bakapokola banji katabandonga ndiye butukira kuli bakapokola bambe ati mambala ulebe pobufi nama kamera opo yake naba bamono nokuba moni ati ulebe pobufi you read the times. Let Hakainde Hichilema lead. Let him lead. It's okay. Let him do. Let him enjoy as well. Tien tumuleke. Not to kulalwana kiti. Let us even help him. Let us even help him. If he can succeed, if we can help him here and there, it's okay. Then we continue fighting kirikiti. It will take us nowhere. So emo mfimu enene irili ashiriri ku parliament no kwenda enda kwa kuma nanikane kuya kuma ntwa nikane. I don't agree with going to these embassies. I don't agree. I don't want, America and the Western countries to be influencing us. We can rule ourselves. We are independent nations. We can resolve our issues. This nonsense of going to the American embassy to whatever should end. We should be able to resolve these issues. Resolve the issues we have with Nedimut. And impeachment, I can assure you, it is like hitting a snake on the tail. It would turn back and bite you big time. That is not the way. You can go ahead. You debate. And even before you debate, they will tell you first go and sit proper. Go and dress proper. Then you come and debate. Because if you don't even dress properly, some of you will not even debate it. But my one naka new terminology. I will name you. She will name half of you. Before you start debating, she will name half of you. Before you even debate it, she will suspend all of you. Because she can actually suspend all of you. She can suspend all of you. What are you going to do? Others are thinking, no. If the opposition, they do what? All they need is a simple quorum. That's all they need. And quorum is only 53 members. 53 members. How many members does UPND have? 85. 85. At the moment, UPND has 85 members of parliament. You think they can fail to make a quorum? They will make a quorum. They are comfortable. These people, they are comfortable to run that parliament without all of you. PF members, you can go out. They will still run. There will be no constitutional crisis. I saw somebody saying, hey, there will be a constitutional crisis. There will be no constitutional crisis. They can get rid of all of you, and they can go and buy people and rig the elections, and they win the elections, and they will come back to parliament. So, approach this issue with a sober mind. Because I'm saying this. Because I know a lot of you are not happy with what I'm saying. But what I'm telling you is the bitter truth. And if you are above board, you should even be able to say, maybe kutuna mipansha kwa man. Not even to hate me, because na mumpatapa. Tadi, mlefwande mibe pobufi. Neri muti wala mchitadina nkani. Mlefwa. Tafia kachitike. Mlefwande mibe pobufi. Bachi kwa American Embassy lelo. Badi monano na president wako German. What is he going to do? Me, I'm telling you the bitter truth. Ulenda pali wa Lungu. Ule tukawa Lungu. Chachine. Balungu is selfish. Balungu is selfish. Balungu is a coward. And at the moment, if there is anything that Balungu should do, is come out and look for resources. Because you need resources. You need resources to counter Mao Sampa. And the issue of resources is actually one weakness that Mao Sampa has. If you can mobilize yourself with resources, you can look attractive. Because this is the fact. This is a fact. This is a fact. If you are not careful, if you don't bring in resources, Mao Sampa will look attractive. But having a ground na banani, Mao Sampa has got a big task to look after them. He has to feed all those people. He has to feed all those people. For how long is he going to feed them? For how long? For how long is he going to feed them? But if you can look for resources that you can look after these people will start running back to you. They will start running back to you. They will come and review things. There will be your witnesses in court. There will be your witnesses in court. But if you don't, if you continue at taparindarama, meanwhile wale mikatanama $400,000. Meanwhile wale mikatanama million muma account yen. If you continue with that trajectory, forget it. Forget it. Be real. Be real, and I'm telling you the bitter truth as it is. Neri Muti is not your issue. Mao Sampa is your issue. Fight Mao Sampa. Let me open phone calls so that Bambibanabo Balandeko. If you think to ni pansaka. Palatuleta ni pansaka. Atuleta pabu indi tona ola. Na Bambina wakuti balanda. Nekeni mfiante koka afoni aka so mtampe kutuma. Kutuma tampa kutuma bane. Number mule tumi napo. WhatsApp only. Pa WhatsApp only. The number that you'll be calling is 0763 302207. 0763 302207. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Good evening, Mr. President.
Good evening.
I first of all want to tell you that you're a very wise man, and I'm wondering why a group of 40, is it 57?
57.
MPs are failing to think better than one individual. Because what you are telling them, I think that is what they are supposed to do. I think that is what they are supposed to do. Now, I don't know. Would you want to be called for you to help these people, or you can just also willingly just go and reach out to figure it out how you can help?
Who am I going to reach out to? Who am I going to reach out to? Reach out to Lungu. Reach out to Lungu. You think Lungu wale mfano kumfua? Bali impata no kumpata. Tamale umfo bale pundati. Kasonde mwenda come along. Savoy come along. Did you hear him mentioning Chiruvatayadi? Bali impata no kumpata because it's a fishing. Bali impata.
But I feel God gave you this ability to deal with these matters in a way that they can help a lot of people. So I don't know how you can help. But what you are saying is what is supposed to be done.
My brother, my time will come. My brother, my time will come. I'm not worried. I'm still young. I'm healthy.
Let me just ask you a question, Mr. President. Is there anything that this grouping can do to get you back?
I'm a very open man, and I'm not a person that is bitter against anyone. I'm not bitter against anyone. I'm very open, and listen, I'm open to anyone, including by UPND, And if they don't want, if no one wants me, I'll continue. Nakula wata finofini panopeni. Nakula wata. Those who want me, those who think that I've got something that I can contribute, they will call me.
Because I feel like they should have called you like yesterday. And this is a matter of urgency. Because what you're saying is what has to be done. So I don't know how you have got this ability that is quite rare. So just like you were advising yesterday that reach out. You were telling them to reach out to some groupings.
Yeah.
I think even you keep talking about the love that you have for the country. There's a way you can fix this thing. Of course, like the man himself, like I think I'm for the idea that maybe he can just put up a team that can manage to go forward. But then him, let alone, he should be able to take to step back. Because I mean, we have had enough of him.
No, him doesn't stand a chance. Anyway, thank you very much, my brother. No, Lungu doesn't stand a chance, but he can help. He can help to put things right.
Hello?
Hello, yes, please.
Hello? Yes, we bossy. I just want to contribute to what I'm going to say. Hello?
Yes.
I'm going to go to Miranda. Number, no, I'm like, what's up, Yakopa, whatever mouse samba. No, for the Tirati, couldn't she could trade in 2 weeks' time? I think I'm my own pizza ring where I'm joining a mouse samba. I'm joining. Today, I wanted to call you in the afternoon. I wanted to share with you because I missed you so much today. I wanted to share with you this. Then, if you know it's where I'm joining a mouse samba. Because I can even point some of our members about Ramjon. Me, I know about Ramjon in the mouse samba. There are things that have a quick shock. Catch up to mouse and bump that to me now. Because me, I know that you are a very strong man and you are a very influential man.
And you have asked a very good question. You have asked a very good question, and I want to answer it categorically here. As much as people think that I have got principles. I have got very strong principles. I can even eat dust so well than to sink so low. I can never work with Mao Sampa in this scenario. I can never do. Nakana. I can't work with Mao Sampa because that is, even if my politics, but what he has done, it is the highest deception. It is the highest selfishness. A selfishness that even by UPND should be very careful. What that coup, Mao Sampa has staged a coup. He has staged a coup and he has no shame about it. He's going about it like he hasn't done anything wrong. Such a person is dangerous. UPND. Such a person is dangerous. A person who can commit such a crime. It's a political crime. And he goes about it like nothing he has done. You can be clapping for him. You can be happy with him because it is fitting you. But such a person, you should be very careful. I can assure you. That I will not even be scared to tell you. Uyu Mao Sampa ndebo kuweke shapo. Uyu Mao Sampa mwatemwa. Uyu Mao Sampa mule afwa. Ndemi eva. When he has an opportunity, you'll be the target. When Mao Sampa will have an opportunity to go for you by UPND, he will come for you.
And then the other question, I for keep Chagwa president. Hello? In fact, okay, now background Mao Sampa, I think back away from 2014. I think but I was watching what a grudge between Warung and Mike Blanca and the Mao Sampa. I think that is satisfied. He didn't can hear the idea. So it's up to Wamuto Isungi Chinkunkoshi. Even if someone can make you to be happy, even if someone can buy you certain things, you say thank you, but inside it's still paining, you know? It's still paining. I think these are the results.
Okay. Thank you for that contribution. You are making a very good contribution, but let me also add on to what you have to just what you have spoken about. This man has said, you know, he had a grudge and everything. But look, you could have a grudge, but once you reconcile, you should be able to move on. If you are a person that you can even reconcile, you can even eat together, you can do things and chashara kumutima, then you are not a good person. So for me, whatever happened in 2014, 2015, I don't agree that it is a justification for what Mao Sampa has done. No, I don't agree. I don't agree because they reconciled. PF made in Mao Sampa go and they went and picked him up. Ngapachishala rehabilitated him and put him as mayor. Next, they put him as member of parliament. There was reconciliation. So Mao Sampa cannot claim to say, no, they followed you and rehabilitated you. They made you a mayor. They made you member of parliament. People in PF contributed money. People in PF sacrificed to make you mayor. They even sacrificed some of us. Kaiza Zulu played me. He removed me. They disqualified me just to make sure that Mao Sampa gets a landslide victory as a mayor. So there is no way you can say Mao Sampa, chari mukalipe. No. PF atoned to Mao Sampa for whatever they did to him. They atoned for that. They made him mayor. They made him MP. So he has no justification to do what he has done. So I don't agree with it. Of course, I blame Lungu because Lungu held on to power and Mao Sampa took advantage. But he is just an opportunist. He's just an opportunist. Mao Sampa is just an opportunist. He took advantage of the situation. And without, any due consideration, he did what he has done. And this is why I'm saying, for him to do this, UPND should also be very careful. UPND should also be very careful. Such people, given an opportunity, they will shock you. Mao Sampa one day will shock you. Hello? Yes.
Hello, Mr. President. Yeah, John from Dolai.
Yes, my brother.
Yes, just want to contribute to what you have said. I think what you have said is 100% correct. The major problem with the PF is Edgar Lungu. He was supposed he had resigned and he was supposed to organize for a conference. Now he didn't organize that conference and he made people to pay the nomination fees. So now, and they didn't even refund the nomination fees. Then when he came back, he wanted to be the president again. So I think the issue with the PFMPs is the same Edgar Lungu, not the UPND government.
Yeah, sure.
I think that is my contribution.
Thank you. I totally agree with you, my brother. I totally agree with you. People are saying UPND. No, this is not a UPND issue. This is not a UPND issue. It's a PF issue. Hello?
Yes, Mr. President.
Yes, my brother.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We really appreciate for this your program that you have brought to us, and we are really learning a lot from you. I only have a few words for our former president and the PF party. I think the only thing they have to do is they need to just call Mao Sampa they sit down, they talk things over, they come to an agreement so that they work together. Because if they try to work like one, like them to like kufanya kama osampata fya bombe, because the problem wa iretere nyime na veka tabari for kuleta convention para ponse for iretere ndalama abantu. Because ngabali iretere convention kale ngabali sare ridori onse. No sambangali msumina ridori onse oyo ualipo. Ngubalungu ngabali bwerere. Chose finga tapali.
Ngatapali.
So what they need to do is to come out sampa beka nangwe panshi kumunyengerera bantu ngefe mwana ndile yesterday eokwete white book ya motoka eokwete white book ya motoka eokwete bena kwata motoka but white book iri kuri yena. So I think offering if you submit my.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Hello. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Hello?
Hello, please, go ahead. You have 2 minutes. Go ahead.
Kulanda pari ne shida ba mouse and bed. Vikire chitaba mouse and bed kuwerevere. Mare imwe shamupe in fact ngikuno kito kuno cho chalo wa mavichitikira kurusaka kuno gopa belt kute tumuso njeno kumusamini. Chitama politics ya kuivira vaneno. Chwa ya risharira kokuno. Awendo ba ipendi. Ofire vale umvuko mleve vapali mouse. Kile mfuko mwale baba PF. Na pavale umvuko kuile sana. But vale umvuko mlela ndatu wa careful na sama. Tukesa pana tukesa mkulanda jawe watari mwalirandi.
Hala? Thank you. Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Yes, good evening, Mr. President.
Good evening.
Yeah, this is Vincent calling from Lusaka.
Yes, my brother.
My question, yes, calling from Lusaka, Vincent. My question is going to these guys at PF. Since Lungu want to stand as a president, what about those people who went for the convention, those guys that who paid them at 200,000? Are they going to refund them or what? That's my question, actually.
Well, you are right, you're asking them. I wish, so I can't answer for them. Hello?
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 Watari, Mshan.
Bueno, vision name.
Bueno. Yeah, people can do better. They can find a way of okay. I think last time are the same people who were saying that the United States, America and West American countries, they are to HH. So I think this time around, they can just find a good way of sorting out their issues within the party instead of starting talking up. Trying to blame others. I think Nelly Muti, or even by all means, to talk about Nelly Muti, I think it won't help them. Instead of them together and find the good of sorting out the issue, I think that one can help them. That's the rate of which I can contribute. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Hello? Hello?
Hello, my president.
I'm quiet. I'm quiet.
Okay, first of all, we are really thankful that we have a man like you who can put his life on the table for the sake of Zambian.
and very few people can do what you have done. You have risked your life, and I'm sure it's a calling from God. So I'm really thankful for that.
Thank you.
And then I also tend to disagree that it's Lungu who caused all this matter. I think the blame I can put to our president because I have reasons.
Yeah, please go ahead.
All this potential presidential material in PF, they have cases, and we are scared that if this one stands, definitely they'll start go from court to court. And I'm sure you have seen what you have suffered. You see how you have sacrificed your family. You see how you have labored for us. You see, so people were fearful. And to me, I thought the president, the former president, was thinking that if I put this one and then they arrest them, things will be in a mess again. So the only one who was free to stand as president is someone who had immunity. So this situation, our president, who is HH, is the one who invited Lungu to come in because people started looking at this one will go to jail, this one will go to jail, another one will go to jail. So the only one who has immunity, who they cannot touch, is Edgar Lungu. I don't know if you're following me.
I follow you. I hear you.
Yes. So because of that fact, and all of us who thought Lungu has worked, we started thinking that I think Lungu can come in and bring the balance, check and balances at least. They're balancing stability in terms of politics, because if you allow the UPND alone to do politics, it will be completely unfair. They need someone, a giant who the ruling party can be scared of. So that's why now I disagree to people who are saying that Lungu is the problem. No, it's our president, HH, the problem, because if our president did not show that he can arrest this one, arrest this one, arrest this one, right now they would have to have a different president.
No, thank you, my brother. Thank you. Thank you. Hello?
And all of us.
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Dad.
Yes.
Yes, brother. How are you?
Fine. Please go ahead. You have 2 minutes.
Okay, this is Spy calling from Northwestern. I just wanted to find out, coming back here, Barungwira, Flavor to declare, what studies the decision, which Tiba consider as a statesman again, what is some benefits and so on and so forth. Thank you.
Okay, good. Thank you. So the simple answer is yes. If Balungu retires genuinely, because at the moment he hasn't retired. So if he retires genuinely, he will get back his benefits. And he will be considered as a statesman, which I think is what he should do. Hello? Hello? Yes, please. Buena from Kwa.
I'm very busy. Okay, so each of my days I embassy. So whenever I make an embassy, people are so out the issues I didn't pay from me.
Can you imagine?
Okay, and then go to that. No, when I want now, I mean, now I do. Okay, God forbid. Okay, for example, or for example, Wafa. God forbid. And then, so it's the way we get to go on PF in Shafa.
Imagine.
You feel like I otherwise best I enjoy program, you know that.
Not totally. Hello? Hello?
Hello, Mr. Tayali.
Yes, please.
Hello, good evening. This is Michael. It's the first time I'm calling you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm calling you from France. I'm a Zambian, but living in France for the past 20 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, I've been following you. I come from Kasama, by the way, from Malole. I don't know if you know that area.
Yes.
Yeah, so I've been trying to call you for several times, but this is the first time I'm reaching to you. I just wanted to tell you that, well, first of all, I wanted to tell you two things just before my 2 minutes finish. That, first of all, I'm a fervent supporter of Harry Kalava.
Okay.
And that I was with I too went through priesthood, but as we say, man proposes and God chooses. So I didn't go up to the end. So like you, and I'm married to a Rwandese girl. And there was one time you were in Rwanda before you got married to Kuibanaki. I sent you a message to tell you, oh, just go in front. You are in front of my parents-in-law house. Anyway, that's a little detail.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you that I've been following you despite being the fervent supporter of Hali Kalava. He's a good friend of mine, and I believe in everything he says. But I want to just to encourage you, because everything you say, they make a lot of sense. And I just wanted to encourage you because I don't think. How would I say that? I have been speaking French for the past 20 years, so I don't know which words. But I just want to say that what you say, I think Zambians should listen to you. Most of the things make a lot of sense. We may not agree on everything, but I think we can agree on most of the things. So yeah, I'm glad to have been through with you, and I hope I will do so another time.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much. Thank you, and all the best.
Yeah. Thanks and blessings to your family. Bye-bye.
Bye, sure. Hello.
Hi, Washkia, Mlishani.
Winner fair. Seattle. Seattle in the house.
Yeah. We are watching.
Hey.
Now we shall Washkia. Isi avena mausampa na Mr. Lungu. Alamwani ni episode. Kuzambia it's like I'm a movie,
yeah.
Episode 1, episode 2. Now we are in season 4. Yeah. Bashikia. Alamulela ndatetia mano. Namla ndatetia mano sana. Bale wana sampa. Bale badeli buti. And these people, the problem they have, because it's a woman speaker, they want to intimidate her when they are talking. Tamwa kwani share. UPND is in power right now. Despite their flaws, despite whatever is happening, they are the ones with the chains of power. And you are not going to be going to American embassy. We are going American embassy and said, this thing you're doing with the UPND. Who told you that the American embassy is siding with UPND? Concerning it, I was some Lungu. We have no plan. You had no plan. Kasa kumokuka maikala kasamba kani dribla. So no mambo kulila. You used to cover UPND MPs Mwalela na Shabangandi Valenda. Oh, by UPND ni ba cry baby. Now you are the cry babies in the parliament. Washington Kisha. We like to take you because nenu. We like take we fialo. Even you, Mr. Tayari. And when you come, you become. I know one day you'll be the president of Zambia. When you become president of Zambia, be neutral, be kind to one another. Not to go back in the like Lungu the way he did with the country. No. We are not going to agree to that. So,
thank you, my dear. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hello.
Yes, President Tari.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Otherwise, I'm enjoying so much what you are saying, but I want to engage you a bit, even if it's 2 minutes.
Please engage.
Impeach the speaker. As you always say, they are just human. Sometimes it hates. I remember some years back, should be 2018, UPND members wanted to impeach President Lungu, even if when they knew they never had numbers.
Yes.
So such things, they happen. If they are right, let them try to do so. Wherever I do fail, to leave a mark. Otherwise, what the speaker is doing is not right. Let's condemn it. What she's doing is not right. Whichever party you support, that's not right. People don't debate in parliament. You just start the debate, it's already curtailed. It's already done. You just go direct to the question until they capture. Then the final thing on the issue of Mao Samba. I think he can't be engaged. And the courts are on his side. I think maybe they just consider making another party possible. Otherwise, the level at which things are moving, PF is gone. Gonest. And that's a sad.
Hello? Oh, yeah, that one is cut.
Hello?
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 Neighbor?
Yes, yes.
Bye, neighbor.
Munifia bueno.
Neighbor, your SG.
Yes. To mama mule tumefine mule beba twa SG. You should be introducing EEPSG. So that beshi twalikwata SG umwana kashuwa kosa.
Yes. You know what, Vaneb? Mao Samba. I don't know. I don't know their politics and whatever. But how is they feeling over what he has done? In the interview, he can't even talk straightforward. You know, I don't know. How is it going to work in different provinces? You know, that's how I feel. I don't know how, because it's just trying to implicate UPND for nothing, huh? Because, you know, this political stuff is not permanent, it's temporal. So it should just play his cards well. He was really, I don't know how he can backstab his friends, but yeah, whatever. But I think I'm not comfortable with his behavior. I don't know, Vaneba.
No, Vaneba, you see, as my SG, unfortunately, politics is a game, and in this game, we capitalize on the weakness of the other person. We capitalize on the weakness of the other person. And so, Mao Sampa, as you may perceive him to be, he may have issues and so on and so forth. He is the best tool to use, you know, to fight this agenda. And so far, I mean, the people that are behind Mao Sampa, the people that are behind Mao Sampa, they are successful.
Well, they didn't even follow their constitution. Anyway, I don't know. Forget politics.
I'm a politics. My SG, Muma politics, constitution to iverenga to our convenience. We read the constitution to our convenience. Not objectively, it's subjectively. If we have my politics. Yeah, recover.
How the party situation is not nice. You know, the situation in the country is not good. I don't know how politicians are feeling. Even Mao Sampa, I don't know how he's feeling. It's not a nice thing. What he has done, really, no. Really, no.
At politics,
maybe it's good. Anyway. Background, the language, oh my gosh. Those two. can't accept that kind of that language now.
Yeah.
They're so raw.
No, thank you, ISG.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, politics is, I feel that politics they have. Politics they have. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello? Sometimes you have to start counting from 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Yes, my contribution is that according to the way I've seen the events unfold, I think we cannot blame the speaker for her action. Reason why? Look, there was an injunction that was issued by the court restraining Lubinda and the Chilangwa from posing as the field office bearers. And even the appointments they made are now at void. And that injunction was issued before even Mao Sampa held that convention. So it was there before even the convention. So now, since these people were restrained from holding those offices, how can the speaker accept their correspondences when the court issued restraining orders? So you can't blame her. She is a judge. And then look at Mao Sampa. After the convention, the Lubinda and the group, the Edgar Lungu-led faction, went to court to obtain an injunction to restrain him from posing as PF president, of which the court said no. So it's not the speaker, it's the court. So what the speaker is actually following are the court orders. The court did not agree with Bena Lubinda. So as it is legally, Mao Sampa is the legitimate PF president until the court rules otherwise. And the speaker has to follow that. That has nothing to do with the speaker to decide on the legality and illegality of the convention or who is PF president. But what the court orders is what they follow. So I think they risked everything in order to protect Lungu. He was drawing benefits, and then they wanted him to draw presidential benefits at the same time acting as PF president. And in doing that, it just burst in their face. They never saw that. The self-societies had been asking them to submit numbers of...
Hello? Hello? Please, let's stick to 2 minutes. I think, let me see. Maybe I take 2 more calls and I end here. I'll take 2 more calls and I'll end here. Hello? Hello? I'll take 2 more calls and I'll end here. Hello?
President.
Yes, please.
Hello?
Yes, yes.
Hello?
Hello, I can hear you.
Yes, sir. It's just a issue from what I'm talking. I think you can be the best president in future. Instead to recruit abantu wanda serious wanda the countrywide, but district, but provincial, you just pass the whole country. I'm a financial one to be able to contribute anything.
Muntu
you are so intelligent.
Muntu
you are very intelligent.
Muntu
you are very intelligent.
Muntu I'm very grateful for that. I'm very grateful for that. But I want to tell you that, ukuchita mobilize, it is not an issue. Each our issue, nindalama. Nangwifine muleba I want to go to achita contribute. One time they even told me, no, put a number, we will be contributing. I only ended up being insulted to say, hey, people are giving you money, but really, I didn't receive much money out of it. So really politics requires money, and the money that is required in PF in running a political party is a lot of money. It's a lot of money. My impediment, it's really resources. If I had resources, I can assure you, right now, there is no big opposition that can offer checks and balances to UPND. There is no. Give Chirufa Tayari the resources. We can form a very strong party to offer checks and balances, and credible ones, not ama checks and balances ya ulo kulondoroka. Ayama checks and balances, aya emotions, aya kulalo, aya kulatukishanya. No. An opposition should be able to work with the ruling party for the good of the country. So we can do it. We can offer solutions. We can sit with Baka in the Ichirema. At the moment, Ninebonan, Baka in the Ichirema Tuaikara and Ninebonan. But if I have members behind me and we are strong, we can be able to cover Baka in the Ichirema. I send Twikalapa. Ubunga Twala Usova Shani. Ama salaries Twala Sova Shani. Minimum wage Twala Sova Shani. Ama light Twala Sova Shani. We can do that, but unfortunately, ndinchushi tapali wingandoresha. Echo ndisamukulandira pa social media. But ubushikula esomu inakampela ama resources mukatasha Zambia ikatasha. I'm going to change the way politics are done in this country.
That's very true. You are so integrated. You also got a woman, I don't think that I followed you from the day when I followed you, but you come out, because even you told, I can remember you told him, come out. You said you are interested to become a president. Come out. Our president was just quiet. Until you have to come, that's why you came out. It's too late.
No, na totra mwana.
Okay.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello, yes, you are my last caller.
Yes, Mr. Kerr.
Yes, please, go ahead.
Yes, I just wanted to find out. Nachira tamba pa social media natumona ba SG ba PF ba ativakushanirwa.
Besa, bana kachinda.
Ukuku bana kachinda yes. Varete online I don't know for 14 hours or 16 hours. Vari kusha ni secretary kuya ku PF kuya. Nombeto na chipapa chapeva chageni mchunguru hapa na chimona wa mao samba geni na abandi pa bokura kuina vareli kama locks ya nyu. So mana chipapa hanomba chikaba share ni vachaitana abantu atukese kubana kwa kwisa nomba na mwana wa mao samba avi kama locks ya nyu bro. Notomba chikaba share ndesho ngosi kaba kwa mailo nomba kuja kuina geni.
You are very right, and in this instance I think somehow this is where you can agree with the police to stay vigil, to stay alert. I think in this instance, that call, because PF of Nakachinda is saying come, we meet. Mao Sampai is saying come, we meet. I think in this instance, the police should take notice of that and do something, because otherwise at the end of the day, when these people start fighting, it is not Nakachinda or Mao Sampa that will be hurt. It is innocent people that they hire. These people that you see in the crowds, they just hire them. They go in the compound with a bus, tell people to say, Traini, ngamwaboya twala mpela ma 50 kwacha. And at the end of the day, these are the kind of people that suffer the consequences. Therefore, I would encourage the police to take notice of this. I know Valeo Umfwa. Take notice of this and protect innocent citizens. Thank you very much, my brother. And that was my last call. I'm feeling tired. I just want to go take a shower and sleep. So thank you very much for following. Thank you very much for participating. May God bless you. May God bless Zambia. We will talk on Sunday, not tomorrow. Thank you.